Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Ehlaine Eyre.
Hello.
Ehlaine, what kind of content do you like to make?
I like to make the video essays the most, but really I'm just happy to be making stuff.
Nice. What do you do for a subject typically? For
I usually use like literature to talk about sort of other subjects, or I'll break down something more specific within the work that I liked.
can you give me an example?
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's one that I'm working on right now. So I'm in the middle of sort of Shakespeare content, sort of exploration thing. I'm breaking down how Hamlet and Macbeth are kind of direct reflections of each other and the things they share, and sort of moving through that.
I
It's pretty
remember.
neat.
I remember there was one interesting thing that I heard about. I think it was Hamlet. The author Kurt Vonnegut talked about studying various plot, uh, the way that plots function at length
Hmm.
in lots of books, and he basically pointed out that what makes Hamlet unique is that it doesn't have like the typical narrative climb and fall. It's almost like even all the way through.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he basically does nothing the entire time until he's forced to. Yeah, it's really interesting.
That is interesting. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what made you want to be a VTuber?
So I was basically between jobs at the time. I work in media production otherwise. And I was figuring, well, I might as well do something to make content, at the very least, keep the editing practices up and everything. And I came across these sort of VTuber stream highlight reels. And I'm like, oh, this is really neat. And they're doing a lot of stuff here. And the fact that it was animated, I'm like, well, you don't really need sets or anything, because you can sort of just develop the content from there. And yeah, was able to find this model for not a huge amount. From what I understand, people can spend quite a bit. So I was fortunate in that way. Sort of took the opportunity, and it went from there.
Nice. So, did you have to go through any when you're saying you didn't
Hmm.
pay a lot for it? Did you create it and someone like developed
Yeah,
it for
yeah.
you?
Yeah, so I worked with a bunch of art, and this model actually went through a bunch of different iterations. And at one point, I was planning on being like a vampire pirate, because I'm a big fan of the Vampire Coast and Warhammer Fantasies. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool.
Nice.
But no, yeah. So how this model was developed, I originally had some concept work done from this artist. See if I can pronounce this right. Moir, Moirr. I believe they're on Fiverr. Fantastic work. And
Nice.
we were able to sort of put this model together from some image references that I found really compelling, and we sort of went from there.
So, how would you describe this model to someone? What are you intending to convey with it?
Uh, Tired bookstore owner in a
Ah,
suit. I
I
think it works really well.
I was kind of getting like I was kind of getting like Victorian, like Arthur Conan Doyle vibes off of
It's
it.
not too far off from that either. Yeah, it's kind of within that wheelhouse. Yeah.
Nice.
The
So,
main vibe is literary, which I think it kind of does nail.
yeah. So, do you have any lore?
Uh, Kind of. So I don't really have any background lore or anything, but sort of the conceit of the stream is that I run a bookstore, but I give too much stuff away. So I have to take in all these odd jobs to actually like, pay for stuff. And that's sort of the in-universe explanation for the video games. But yeah, other than that, no, not really. I haven't thought about it too much.
Nice.
Mhm.
So, what's the best thing you get from being a VTuber?
For me, it's the possibility. With VTubing, I mean, you really can do pretty much whatever you want. I mean, the only thing stopping me from going into space is finding a background, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's incredible in that way, and I love the possibility it opens up for things, and just I'm able to do much more in this space than I would otherwise have ever been able to do with anything else, and I love that about it.
Can you give an example of something you feel like you wouldn't have been able to do? I'm obviously you have the
Mhm,
character, but is
for
there
sure.
like a scenario that you're thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that my background is a library with like 10,000 books in it, normally, how would I possibly put that together in real life in any sort of meaningful capacity. You just wouldn't, right?
Yeah. And it looks better because if you manage to do like the
Hmm.
green screen thing with it in the background, it would look really bad. But if you're doing it
Yeah, yeah.
with a character,
No, exactly. You're like in the space, which is really cool.
yes,
Mhm.
it's sort of conceptual uniformity rather than just taking a person and putting a crappy green screen in the back.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you hope to accomplish through your channel?
Hmm. It's interesting. Sort of as I make stuff, I kind of realize that really what I want to do is create a space where people can like have a good time and sort of learn something ultimately at the end of the day. I think it's cool to be able to provide or at least use sort of my talents, things that I've learned and share them in a way that I think people find engaging.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of what I like out of it.
Nice. And what would you say that you do on your channel that you're really good at?
Don't really know if I necessarily do any one thing particularly well, but I will say that I try to keep the content fresh.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a bunch of different stuff on there for a bunch of different people. You'll find something that you'll enjoy, and I do take pride in that.
Hmm. Absolutely. So, uh, what's the first thing you notice when you watch a VTuber for the first time?
Oh, model style. I love when VTubers kind of really understand that this is ultimately an animated medium, and you can pretty much do whatever.
Hmm.
I came across this creator not too long ago. I guess they're technically a PNG tuber. Snailius. They're floating around. They have this really cool, like greenish, like original Game Boy, that kind of color palette going on with their stuff. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
So are they like pixelated or is it more like?
So it's more like a color palette. They kind of do a more traditional 2D, almost flash looking like
Hmm.
sort of thing, but just in this really interesting monochrome thing. It's really neat.
Hmm.
Really neat. I love it when VTubers do stuff like that.
Oh yes, I love seeing unique like
Hmm.
models for the first time, and then everybody else sees them and starts copying them. Uh, oh god. But no, it's good to it's great that there's so much room for creativity in this
Hmm.
genre. Uh, do you have any hobbies that you do while you're watching your favorite streamer?
I'm usually playing some kind of long-winded and overly complicated strategy game, unless it's somebody that I know or have worked with, and I'm really focused on sort of watching them, cheering them on, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do usually appreciate the background noise for sure.
Hmm. Absolutely. Uh, what's the most difficult project you've ever worked on?
So it would be unrelated to this, but
Hmm.
I used to work at a production studio, and we did a little bit of everything. There wasn't really a specialization going on there, but we sort of knew when the pandemic was coming through, we were not going to survive it. Just rents were too high and the work simply wasn't there.
Hmm.
So those last few projects that we were doing where we were still kind of giving it everything that we had, like but we knew it was the end, those were really hard. And I
Hmm.
still miss there every so often. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't miss it on some level, for sure.
Did after things cooled down, did you try pursuing it again?
I mean, the space is so different now. There's almost very little reason to. It wouldn't have been the same thing.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of things had like very fundamental shifts in the way
Yeah, yeah.
things were done.
I mean, even just the fact that most of what I do now, realistically and functionally, is work from home. Like, why would you ever justify spending like $10,000 a month on a studio space? You really don't.
Mm.
You don't have to.
I don't know. I've always been of the opinion that you have to see people. You have to work with them directly. I know that a lot of people disagree with that, but that's
Mhm.
I think it's more a mentality thing. I think that you'll get differing opinions based on who you talk to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
So, uh, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
Sure. I mean, I know it's pretty cliche now, but really, you just need to start.
Hmm.
I mean, whatever it is you're doing, you may as well start doing it. I mean, we're kind of living through not great times anyway. So if you're going to struggle, you may as well struggle happy
Hmm.
at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that it may be a cliche, but cliches exist for a reason. It's good advice.
Yeah. I mean, most people stand quite literally to lose nothing by trying, right? It's not like that. You can just do whatever, see what happens.
Well, you're obviously missing the story of the person who, through ridiculous happenstance, tried VTubing and then had a heart attack. No.
Sure, you're right. Yeah, no, cancel me for that. I forgot to
Yeah.
acknowledge acts of God in that statement. That's right. It's on me.
Anyway, if you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
Ooh, okay. So I actually just this character's new. Frankie from Knights of Guinevere.
Mm-hmm.
I fully could just pull her off with the stuff that I have right now. It would be incredible. Absolutely, I would run with that.
Nice. I've heard that title before, but I've only ever just heard it.
It's fantastic. You should give it a watch. It's made by the same lady that did the Owl House.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What was your gateway anime, and what drew you to it?
This might date me a little more, but my gateway anime was Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just very unlike anything else that was on television at the time. We are talking about the era of like early SpongeBob, and then suddenly there's this show with like a hot demon boy with like ears fighting other demons, and like this girl screaming his name constantly. It was fantastic. Loved it from day one.
So you were a Toonami
Whatever
fan then?
the Teletoon equivalent of that was, I forget what they called it.
Teletoon? I'm not familiar with that one.
It is a Canadian, like, it's functionally our, what would you even have? Like, do you have like YTV or Cartoon Network? Nick at Night, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was like that, yeah. Teletoon used to play anime. I don't even think they had a segment name for it now that I think, but I think it was just what they played at 6:30.
I find that lots of I know that because I've talked to people from Mexico, and they had a similar phenomena where they didn't have Cartoon Network because it was a cable channel, but they did have this. I don't know if it was local access or whatever, but it was like one of those low number channels that they could get. And it had its own anime block, and that's how they got introduced to like Dragon Ball, which is apparently an enormous phenomena in Mexico.
Oh, massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, it's fascinating.
I've in my mind I've always been curious just to go to Mexico just to see what it's like there talking about Dragon Ball with people. So, which game did you have the most fun playing on stream?
Okay. So there's this game called The Hunter, Call of the Wild. Otherwise, a very slow, kind of methodical, like hunting game. For whatever reason, that stream was like, it was an absolute baller stream. It was a phenomenal time. It's the only stream that I had like fan art from. Shout out Baffygast on TikTok. I don't know, something about it just really resonated with my audience and then like myself. Absolutely need to play more of it though. My God, it was a phenomenal time.
That's interesting to me because I've played hunting games before, and they are slow. They are very slow. I don't think they'd make for good watching at all.
I don't know what to tell you, man. The stars aligned. They really did.
Oh man. And are there any events that you're looking forward to?
I mean, at the time of recording, hockey season starts soon, so that'll be pretty sick. The F1 finale in December. If for no other reason, then it means we're close to the 2026 season, which will be something actually worth watching. Looking forward to that. Currently on the channel, I'm in the middle of Shakestember Ober, which we've talked earlier. It's sort of a month and a bit long explanation of Shakespeare and his works. And I think that's been doing fantastic. Been a lot of fun there, learning a lot. It's actually interesting. The more that I sort of read his stuff and kind of work with it, the more I just kind of intuit and understand it much more. It's really interesting. Sort of forgot that about his work.
I had a lot of trouble with Shakespeare because I mean, as many people do, I'm sure. The language barrier is obviously a significant factor. Many people, myself included, kind of have difficulty with the what would you call it? The way the way that Shakespeare speaks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it is functionally different language, right?
Yeah.
What's interesting is that in my YouTube comments for those videos, people will be like, "Oh, I don't get what this is," but then you just sort of break it down for them in a very sort of overt, more modernized way. They'll get it immediately, and those lessons translate into the other work because it's really all it really is that makes it so difficult is he's not really speaking in a way that was even natural for his time. He's writing for something that an audience will be able to intuit, living within the context of when those were written. It's going to like reading Shakespeare now is going to be like trying to figure out a Marvel movie like 80 years from now. Good luck with that, right? You're just not going to be able to know any of the sort of modern parlance from it. But once you break that down, people get it. It's fascinating.
When I think of Shakespeare, the first thing I think of is Dead Poets Society and Robin Williams. And the kids are laughing along with him, and all I'm thinking of is, I read Shakespeare in high school. That's bullshit.
I mean, there's a lot of fanciful elements in Dead Poets Society, though, to be clear. I wish it was like that. I really do.
Oh, it'd be great. It would be great if you know, learning was fun, but it's not.
I mean, it can be. I had some good teachers for sure, but like
it can be, but only
it's not like that.
The stars have to align in a very particular way to make it work.
I can't say there was ever a point in school where I was like willing to stand up on my desk for a teacher. No.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it was ever on the list of things I would ever do.
If my teacher was caught out in a scandal involving the death of a student, we wouldn't have even gone to class that day.
Yeah, no, there'd just be a new teacher there that day.
Hi, I'm Bobbin Fillions.
Yeah, good. Mr. Peterson, how's it going? Mr. Man Guy. Absolutely.
So, I'm moving on to the part of the interview where I ask the more random questions.
Sure, why not?
I call them the Voight-Kampff questions, if you're familiar with Blade Runner. Wait, you actually get that reference?
I mean, it's been a minute since I watched the movie, but yeah, I did. I've read, God, what was the book? It was a very long name, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Fantastic. I love cyberpunk.
Is that what Blade Runner was based off of?
I believe so, yeah.
Huh.
If I remember correctly. It's very not connected, but the vibe is there, and they mentioned a bunch of the same things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I don't do much reading, but I've definitely heard of that book before.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's a song you can't help but dance to when you hear it?
Lately, it's been Luther by Kendrick Lamar. Something about that just hits right every single time.
What's your favorite chill-out movie?
Okay, so I know it's an ahistorical mess. I get that. I love the movie Gladiator. It's fantastic. I see it like a few times a year, probably. If I don't have anything else on, I'll just put it on as like a background thing. I absolutely love it.
I love whenever, because the movies that everybody loves that have historical elements are always just total disasters in terms of accuracy.
It's nonsense, complete nonsense.
Gladiator does get brought up. National Treasure gets brought up.
Love National Treasure.
Love that movie too. What's the one? Mel Gibson. He had a couple of them. He had Braveheart. He had Braveheart and The Patriot.
Also, yeah.
Both
The Patriot's
of them,
crazy.
Both of them totally inaccurate.
So what's funny, so the part of Canada that I lived in is like loyalist country. So like that's where the loyalists fled to up here. And we watched The Patriot in school, and the whole time we had the history teacher be like, no, we didn't actually do that. No, there was no, we didn't burn people alive in a church. We didn't do that. It's important you understand that's not how that happened.
It's a fantastic movie though. It is absolutely, it is riveting.
I
Nothing
mean,
nothing happened.
so crazy. It really is.
Oh god. Uh, has a song or movie ever brought you to tears?
Oh my god. Probably more than it any reasonably should have. I did finally get around to watching I Saw the TV Glow.
Hmm.
Wrecked me for a good 3-4 hours after that.
What?
And I earlier this year I finished reading this book, Small Game Hunting at the Local Coward Gun Club
Hmm.
by Megan Gale Coles. Very
Hmm.
long title, very long author name.
Hmm.
Devastating,
Hmm.
devastating work. Oh my god. I think about it probably more than is healthy, but it's phenomenal and how cutting it is.
What was that first one? The television?
I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's about sort of identity and the way that we'll sort of deny what's in front of us for the sake of like safety and relative stability
Hmm.
at the cost of our own eventual sanity.
Hmm. I've never heard of
Mhm.
that one. Is that a
Oh, it's
recent one?
phenomenal. Recent-ish, I think a few years now. Um, it's been trending for a while.
Hmm.
I'm sure you've seen like clips from it and just not like connected the dots sort of thing.
I mean, truthfully, I haven't
Yeah.
seen many movies in the
Yeah,
last
fair enough.
like decade. I mean,
Fair enough. Yeah.
the last major movie that sticks out in my mind, this is gonna really date me, is The
Mhm.
King's Speech. That's the
Yeah,
last movie
yeah.
that I saw that I can really say like that movie's gonna. Actually, I can't say that anymore because I'll tell you what. I'm gonna sound basic when I say this,
Mhm.
but I loved the Demon Slayer movie. I loved Infinity Castle.
Is that the one that actually was like in movie theaters?
It may still be in movie theaters. It
Oh, that's
earned
sick.
over $600 million.
Oh my god, wow,
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it freaking rocked it. And I'll tell you what, prepare for the next decade because we're gonna get fewer Marvel movies and more increasingly shoddy anime movies
Oh,
from
I'd be
Hollywood.
so down. I'd be so down for just
Oh
nonsense
no.
zero budget anime
Oh
movies.
no, please God no.
Absolutely.
Well
I'll
no,
put
it's
Freerin in the movie theater. Just see what happens.
no,
Absolutely.
it's not going to be zero budget though. It's going
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're going to do is they're going to make like they're going to make $300 million movies and they're going to be terrible and they're going to
Right,
take
right.
all the wrong lessons from this and they're going to destroy it and it's going to ruin anime. Please
it'll
don't.
be fun for a
I
bit.
I have so very little in this life. Please don't ruin anime for me.
Well, look, I mean, they're not going to make Goku a suburban white kid again, so we can at least assume that's not happening anytime soon.
Oh man. So, what's something crazy you've always wanted to try doing?
Sure. So I don't know how crazy it is necessarily, but the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum does
Mm-hmm.
this thing where you can fly in a Lancaster bomber.
Oh wow.
I'd love to do that, or like own a house at some point. Those are kind of the two things. Yeah.
I I feel your pain. Be crazy, wouldn't it? Be like
Yeah, yeah, I really would.
next.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger ain't got nothing on this.
Truly
Owning a
not. No.
house.
Yeah, yeah. The greatest fantasy for all of us.
Oh
Having
god.
assets.
Having property. Oh
Absolutely.
god.
Yeah,
So the airplane is
yeah.
that like a replica or is that like a original?
It is a functioning aircraft from the period that they just do a lot of work to keep in the air.
Yeah.
It's really sick. I was able to. So I did some work with another museum that kind of is in close conversation with them because they're doing a restoration project of a similar aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to talk with the guy about it. They really do like crazy things to keep this thing in the air. It's functionally a completely new aircraft at this point. It's really sick though. It's really cool.
What?
Love to go up in it.
Oh, what's the? I'm gonna sound like a nerd, isn't it? That's like it's the airplane of Theseus, I think it is.
Yeah, functionally.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I'm such a dork.
You got it. You got it.
What's something you like to do after a long day working?
Honestly, this. I mean, I actually just came here from this interview after working a
Hmm.
shift. I mean, I just like creating stuff. I like VTubing.
Hmm.
This is sort of my thing. I'm into it. I'm here for it.
Nice. Do you find that do you find that it gives you more energy to go on a stream, or do you think it's like it's more tiring over time?
I mean, I typically tend to not stream very long. I controversially, I am one of those people that thinks streaming 8 hours a day every day isn't
Oof.
the best use of your time.
No.
Like what I try to do is I'll stream a couple hours a week and then cut that into clips and kind of augment it with other stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, and I don't typically find the streams very tiring. I mean, ultimately what we're talking about, right? Like let's be real. I
Mm-hmm.
get to pretend to be a cartoon character on the internet who plays video games and people watch it.
Hmm.
That's pretty sick,
Yeah.
right? Like however tiring it is, you're going to have a good time pretty much all the time, right? And that's
Oh yeah.
worth it.
I felt like when I was a kid, I kind of had fantasies that I would be in a cartoon, and then I grew up, and then I was like, oh well, that's never gonna happen. That's stupid, Jack.
And now
That's a
look at you.
stupid thing to think. Oh god.
Absolutely.
But here we are.
Absolutely.
Would you ever talk to a stranger unprompted in a public setting?
Oh god, no. I value my peace a whole lot. I'm not about to go up to somebody and ruin theirs unless I absolutely have to. Like the missile needs to be headed towards their table at the cafe for me to do anything.
Excuse me. I think you. I think that you may want to know
Pardon
this.
pardon my intrusion, but we have about 15 seconds.
Do you have any god, and if so, perhaps you should pray to them.
Absolutely.
Uh, what game makes you the most competitive?
Yeah, any racing game at all. There's a demon inside me and it only comes out when I'm going around a track. It's a bit of a problem.
Is there a game that comes to mind? A specific one?
I mean, there may have been some moments in F1 2022 that are probably best left in the past, for sure.
Man, racing games are just so wild. I mean, there's like a
Mhm.
competitive racing, a, a competitive online racing scene, which
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't have thought
There's
was a
there's
thing back
Formula
then.
1 drivers who race Formula 1 digitally and compete.
I mean, I wonder why would you do that if you could drive an actual Formula
Just
car?
a love of the game. Just a love of the game.
I mean, does it? It can't possibly give you a similar rush though.
And there's no way. No, I don't. I mean, genuinely, on some level, it probably just is mental illness, right? Like after a certain point.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but we're on the internet. We are at ground
Yeah,
zero for mental
exactly.
illness.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, how much of what we do can just be chalked up to yeah, there's a vague wrongness to this person.
I always knew there was something fundamentally wrong with the universe.
Absolutely.
Uh, who's a TV character you identify with?
I'm sort of drawing a blank right now, but I have been compared to Fleabag from the show Fleabag.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't actually seen an episode of it, so I assume it's good things.
Is there a character that you have seen that you can identify with?
uh, I mean, I'm quite fond of. Oh man, okay, this might be a bit too regional, but
Hmm.
are you familiar with the show Trailer Park Boys?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so in my peak scumbag era, very Julian like,
Um,
even kind of dressed the same, low key.
I'm not good with names, but I bet you I
Yeah,
would recognize.
yeah.
Is he the
Slick
guy
back
with the black
hair,
hair?
but yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like the main
Mhm.
guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The one that has horrible ideas that manifest. Yeah. Absolutely.
I did watch a few episodes of that because that show did catch on in America a pretty good deal. So I do have some familiar where, and there are tons of memes. There are still tons of memes from that show.
Absolutely, yeah. It's our greatest cultural export.
I love how like 50% of that show was just based around crowing weed.
More than 50. Let's be real. It's like 80% of what that show's about. Loved the season 1 finale where they built like the model train to smuggle into the U.S. border. Incredible stuff. Actually, when I was much younger, you know how in later seasons they had that yellow snowmobile with the bike wheels on it? I actually built that just to see if I could, because that particular model of Skidoo is like very common in the Maritimes where my dad is from. So he had a machine like that. I'm like, oh, we got to put bike wheels on this. It worked for a solid 5 minutes and then it was a disaster. Phenomenal time.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. What's the weirdest thing anyone ever told you?
So, annoyingly recently, actually, I was at somewhere doing something and I had this guy completely out of the blue run up to me and he's like, "You'll never be a real man," and then run away. So I think he thought I was like trans mask or something. I don't know. It was real weird. Flattering in a way on some level, but very strange guy. Very strange guy. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing you ever cooked yourself?
I make a truly life-changing moussaka. It's like this Greek thing that's potatoes, meat, and then eggplant that's fried, and then you top it with like bechamel. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'd eat it every day if it didn't take 4 hours to make, and each slice was like 2,000 calories. I'm telling you, find it somewhere. There's a Greek diner around you. You need to find it. There's you'll love it. It'll change your life. I'm telling you.
I do love Greek food.
There you go.
Of the various world cuisines, Greek is near the top.
You know, it recently came in #1 on some travel blogs list for foods.
I think it was like Gordon Ramsay or something.
Yeah.
What was it? Morocco?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
It was something like, I think it was somewhere either in northern Africa or something like that. I forget where though.
I mean, anything, and you will get death threats for me saying this, unfortunately, but anything Mediterranean is functionally just Turkish anyway. But yeah, phenomenal. Could not recommend enough.
So, so on the other end, what is the worst thing you ever cooked yourself?
Oh boy. Okay, I made this once, and understand I was in university, so
that's where all the mistakes happen.
Exactly. So it was technically cooked onions with penne in it. So imagine no sauce, no real seasonings to speak of, just kind of sweated on. Keep my whole thing made in one pot. Somehow I figured this out. Kind of sweated onions with naked pasta and then no seasoning. I call it sadness pasta. To this day, it's like a reoccurring sort of like mimetic image that I have in my head of when I'm doing something wrong. Just remember the sadness pasta. Never again. Just never repeat the mistakes.
I think that college is the place for pasta mistakes to happen, and the reason is that everybody only has tiny little pots. Nobody has the full-size Dutch oven that you need to hold the necessary amount of water. And so they always have too little water for the pasta, and it always ends up too hard.
You nailed it. Oh, yeah, the pasta, to be fair, in my defense, pasta, perfectly al dente. Never screwed up a pasta in my life.
Yeah.
The onions were a mistake.
I like sometimes, because for me it's impossible. The only way to do pasta wrong is to undercook it completely.
I mean, yeah, but
if you,
how does that even happen?
Even if you overcook it to an extent, it can end up even better, like with like
Nah.
baked lasagna, like with the
Sure.
big
Sure.
ziti,
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind
Or
of
like
thing.
assassino spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
You ever have that? That's phenomenal. My God, it is hard to find though.
Hmm. And what did you call it?
It's called assassin spaghetti. It's they take, I believe, Sicilian in origin, probably because it has assassin in the title. It's you take a cast iron skillet,
Mm-hmm.
you throw spaghetti in there uncooked with the sauce, and you kind of like fry the pasta in with the sauce into like this clump. It's
Wow.
phenomenal though. It's
It
very, very good.
it sounds good, but at the same time, it sounds like it would ruin your pan.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't imagine the restaurants that serve it how much hell they put their dishwashers through. There's no way they're having a good time. And it like has to be done in a cast iron as well. So that thing's getting seasoned multiple times a day probably. There's no way.
Oh God, with the tomato sauce and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Ooh,
I can just imagine it. Absolutely.
that's wrong. That's just wrong.
It's so good. It's so worth it though. It's so worth it.
Okay, so let's see. I'm drawing a blank. What's the
Mhm.
Canadian currency? Is it
The Canadian dollar.
just dollars? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Uh, you find 50 Canadian in the
Mhm.
street.
Okay, sure.
The traditional question is you find
That would
50
be
bucks.
40, that's 42 American, I believe.
I don't know. These things can change. You find 50 Canadian in the street. What do you buy with it?
Not a thing. I leave it alone. There's no such thing as free money. And $50 is a lot to just lose. I'm absolutely minding my business with that one.
Okay, fine. You have generated
Yeah,
$50
yeah.
of windfall.
Oh, my crypto investments paid off.
Yes. What do you buy with it?
Uh, I mean, $50 in this economy is like a Subway sandwich. But probably some Warhammer minis. That's usually a
Nice.
good use of that.
Nice.
Absolutely. Get a squad of guardsmen or something.
Do you do the painting?
I do, yes. I am not very good at it, though.
I know way too many people who paint
Mhm.
Warhammer minis.
Yeah, my problem is so I play Thousand Suns, which are famously the hardest army in the game to paint.
Hmm.
And as a result of that, I have a lot of bad habits as far as how you approach painting a model
Hmm.
that don't translate to anything else. Like, for example, the biggest difference with Thousand Suns is because there's so much gold filigree and fine detail,
Hmm.
you base everything in gold and then paint over the gold with whatever other colors you're using.
Hmm.
It's you don't really want to do that with anybody else because it kind of ruins their detail
Hmm.
in a way.
That's weird. I've
Yeah,
never
it's
heard of
real
that.
weird. There's like look up. So did you play Space Marine 2 at all?
I have zero familiarity with
You know what?
Warhammer.
Fair enough. When you have time, look up a Rubik Marine, and you'll get exactly what I'm talking about. Like like how, like the Palace of Versailles, how the ceiling has all those fine details and things in it. Their
I,
armor looks like that.
hmm.
Like it's just really, really ornate and like
Yeah.
densely packed little details. Like you're not painting that any other way. You're really not. Not unless you're insane.
Nice. So, what was your favorite game as a kid?
Okay, it was called Oddworld: Strange's Wrath. I loved that game. It had such an interesting and like unique story. The gameplay loop was cool. No one's really replicated it since. I did see that it had a remaster, but whatever. I have it on the original Xbox. I'm fine. It was cool though. You played like a cowboy who was like a weird alien cowboy,
Hmm.
and you had this crossbow that was like your main firearm, and the bullets you had were like different living creatures that you collected from the environment. It was pretty neat.
Hmm.
Pretty neat.
Would you believe that within the last few weeks there was another person who answered that question with Oddworld? Except
I love that.
they said Oddworld Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, Abe's Odyssey's great too. I love that one. They're fantastic games, man. You got to get on it. You got to get on. More people need to be on it because we need sequels. They never make sequels.
I actually own Abe's Odyssey, which I found
Hey,
out
there you go.
afterwards. I think I bought it like in a bundle or something
Oh,
like that, and I
yeah.
just never noticed it. And then all of a sudden it shows up. I think I might own that.
Love that.
So, if you could wake up with one talent tomorrow, what would it be?
I mean, singing. I feel like it's the most applicable to VTubing, and it's going to be the most monetizable. I know that's like a more mercenary answer, probably, but like, if there was one talent realistically that you would want, it's just the ability to make more stuff for the internet, right?
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
if it could continue your passion, why wouldn't you
Yeah,
want it?
exactly. Yeah. Well, because what else? Like, oh, I want to be a really good engineer. It's like, cool. You still need a PhD. Doesn't
No,
matter.
no, you don't. You just need a master's, and I would
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, famously, people with masters get respect. You're right. Yeah.
No,
That's my experience in academia. People love the masters,
I don't.
the
Yeah,
masters people.
as far as I can tell, there's no reason to have a master's.
No, especially because you're already so in the hole with debt. Like,
Yes.
you may as well just keep going.
If you get a bachelor's, you can get out into the
Yeah,
workforce and you'll be fine.
exactly.
If you
Hmm.
get a master's, you can't really do much with it until
No,
you get a PhD.
exactly. Yeah. You
Yeah,
just got to keep going.
yeah, I found that out the enormously difficult way.
Oh, no, do you have just a master's?
Yeah, I have just a master's in civil engineering.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well, look, I mean, you do a good job on those roads,
yeah,
mostly.
yeah.
Is Dallas your fault? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, I'm in New England. Boston is my fault.
Oh, okay, that's arguably so much worse.
Oh boy. So, uh, which decade's aesthetics vibe with you the most?
I mean, on a personal level, I do love dark academia. I think it's cool as hell. If I could wear a suit every day, I would. Be weird in a forklift, but I'd do it. For Ehlaine and this model and this sort of vibe, I'm really sort of aiming at the early 1900s. I find it really works for the type of content I put out, the sort of general persona that I try to put out. It's also like weirdly in vogue right now. Like we got shows like Peaky Blinders, a bunch of games are sort of exploring that era. I always pronounce it wrong. Reverse 1999, Deadlock, which is huge, and I think it's really funny personally that I accidentally made a character who could just be in what is probably going to be the most popular MOBA when it launches completely by accident. I think that's fantastic. And it says a lot about the current moment that we're in as well, because we're basically in the mirror version of what the early 1900s was, where it's sort of this very defined and clear aesthetic wrapped around a world that is basically at the end of an era, and it's ending in a way that is pretty well just collapse. Good collapse for some people, very few people, but still, you know. And I think it speaks to the moment that we're in, as well as it harkens to a different time.
I
I think it's
mean,
compelling and interesting.
the thing about that particular collapse is that
Mhm.
you're talking about the Great Depression, right?
Well, we're sort of, I mean, even before that, right? Like you look at World War I, right, which is sort of how like that era started with the death of monarchy as a whole. Like basically globally, all of the monarchies were more or less dethroned or otherwise neutered. And then it ends not even really a generation later with the atomic bomb, right? Like it's a insane period in history, and it's kind of clear that as we go into now, what we're sort of living through, for better or worse, hopefully better eventually,
Yeah.
God willing, if you guys smarten up down there,
We
sort of the death of liberalism and corporatism into something else, and whatever our atomic bomb equivalent is going to be, probably AI. I
yeah.
hope it's something more
Yeah, no.
interesting than just fucking Mario singing country western music.
Yeah,
But
AI is definitely our generation's atomic bomb.
yeah, I
It's
could absolutely,
definitely.
right? There's no way it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in very much that same kind of thing.
I mean, it is to the point that I was just thinking, because I had to update my computer to Windows 11 recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm pulling my hair out over that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, I want to go online and look for backdrops because right now it's just a black screen.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can think is, I wonder how many of these nature 4K resolution backdrops are actually real photos.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably like 10% of them, right? But I mean, even if we look as like realistically, like the generative AI and that sort of nonsense, there's going to be one lawsuit that comes out that ends all of that pretty decisively.
No,
Like
no.
eventually Disney is going to be like, no, fuck this. We can't keep doing this. And even if it doesn't, it's obviously just fad nonsense. What we're really looking at with AI are these insane tools to boost productivity to a level that would be previously impossible. Like, I think it's the actual power from this gen. Like if we look at DeepSeek, like what China's putting out, right? The actual global shifting influence of AI is going to come from tools that basically render the entire executive class obsolete in their entirety.
Well, my thought is that it's almost like it's AI to me seems like a push for a what's it called, a post scarcity society.
Yeah, I mean,
But
ideally,
it's not there yet though.
no.
And the thing is that the technology, it's just even if the technology is 99% accurate, that remaining 1% has the potential to derail the whole thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're in the demon core era of understanding atomic energy, right?
Yeah.
Like people are going to keep blowing themselves up for another few years.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm gonna hope for the best, but I think that what really concerns me the most about AI, and this is more of a human element kind of thing,
for sure,
is that I don't know what's real anymore.
Oh, you're already there. That's not good.
I don't know
We
what's
haven't
real.
even.
I don't know what.
Oh no.
I mean, we're gonna just see video at some point in the future, and it's gonna be dramatic, and it's gonna look real, and we're gonna ask ourselves, did this really happen? And there'll be people there, and we won't be able to trust what they say, because the fact is that people can be tricked into believing things that they didn't even witness.
I mean, very true. Yeah.
It is remarkably easy if you have the evidence sitting, the fabricated evidence sitting right in front of you, to believe something that didn't happen at all. And that can be a disaster. That can be an enormous disaster for the world.
No, I mean, I don't think we've hit our, I mean, to use another analogy, I don't think we've quite hit our Reichstag fire moment yet as far as what AI is going to do. It's imminent, though, for sure. I think you're 100% right about that.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
It's totally gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. And
yeah.
After that point, people won't be able to believe anything. We'll have to start developing methods for ensuring that the thing that the video in front of us is actually real, and it's gonna be bizarre.
Much like what we decided to do with the Atomic Energy Council and everything revolving nuclear weapons, I think we are going to have some kind of global sort of order around governing AI and what it's used for. And realistically, I do think the West is stupid enough to fall for it first. Whatever the stupid thing is going to be, our asses are going to be the ones that do it first. For sure. As much as I don't want it to be.
I can't tell. I don't.
Yeah.
I just know that it's freaking scary. That's all.
It's gonna be. Look, we're living through fun and zany times. You know, just think about it. You're gonna be
curse.
A footnote.
We live in interesting times.
Yeah. You're gonna be a footnote in a history book one day, and someone's gonna draw a penis beside your head. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. It'll be phenomenal. Don't worry about it.
So let's get back to the interview. I'm debating in my mind whether I should cut this part.
Yeah. Might be wise.
We'll see. I'll
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
leave it in unless you have objection. But we'll
Whatever.
anyway. Uh, so apart from which decade's
Mm.
aesthetic vibes with you the most,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
we left way behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Only a little bit.
Do you collect anything?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, I collect a Warhammer. I'm a big Pokemon merch person, and I have a pretty exhaustive collection of ex-boyfriends. Yeah.
There you go.
Hmm. Absolutely.
And my final question for the interview:
Hmm.
what
For
smell
sure.
reminds you of home?
Sawdust.
Mm.
So we used to heat the house with wood
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, and I guess it was cheaper to buy it in these bigger logs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd get these giant orders of just logs dumped onto the property, and we'd have to kind of sift through and like cut them down,
Mm.
which would lead to these giant piles of sawdust kind of all over the place. And it smelled amazing.
Mm.
And I always associate sort of the smell of sort of freshly cut wood with home.
Oh God!
Absolutely.
And a wood fireplace, no less.
Yeah,
That
yeah, you got it. Yeah.
oh,
Absolutely.
it's
Mhm.
just smelling wood
Yeah.
fireplaces. It's beautiful.
Oh, it was great. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oof. That makes me wish I had a
Mhm.
wood fireplace right now.
I mean, I'm nostalgic for the vibe, not everything that goes into it.
Yeah, because then you have to load the fireplace up and all that stuff and
I
keep
mean,
it.
the amount of hours that I spent in my childhood moving one giant wood pile from one part of the property to another marginally closer to the house part of the property.
Yeah, that's right. Because you have to kind of
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it. You kind of have to keep it
Yeah.
aging for a while.
Yeah. Well, we'd get it typically around June, August, and it just you'd be moving it around
Hmm.
because you'd have to do something over here, and then it'd have to go over here, and then da 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 da.
Did you at least have like an automatic log splitter, or did you have to do that by
Oh
hand?
heavens, no!
Oh, oh,
You
that's
know how
tragic.
expensive those things are? Absolutely not. I was kind of cool in a way. I mean, unfortunately, we were doing it before log splitting streams became a thing, but
I never heard of that. Log splitting streams?
it may have. Oh no, this may have also just been a yeah. So there was a whole. I don't even know if it's still popular because I haven't seen any of it. There was a whole trend of very specifically lesbian women chopping wood
Hmm.
with big axes, wearing flannel, that
Mm-hmm.
whole thing, and they'd talk about whatever they were talking about.
Hmm.
It was a thing for a while. Very, very early TikTok, actually. I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
if I remember correctly. Like 2017, 2018, around then.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a whole thing.
I mean, I'm not surprised. There are lots
Yeah.
of seemingly mundane things that
Yeah.
become like grass
People
cutting.
loved. Yeah. Grass cutting, absolutely.
Yeah. Or what's it? Power washing.
Power washing, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
There you go. Well, that's all I have for the interview. This has
All
been an
right,
absolute
cool.
pleasure.
Oh, well, thank you.
I,
Appreciate that.
it's always a pleasure to talk to someone who gets my references. Uh, and
Absolutely.
if you're watching from the audience, you can find links to all of Ehlaine's socials in the description to
Mhm.
this video, as well as in the side chat, because side chat allows links where the description is a jerk about it.
Hell yeah.
And with that, I was your host, Jack Jinseki, and joining me today was Ehlaine Eyre.
Have a great night.
Bye bye, everybody.